Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment. You guys, we are 14 days since my bariatric surgery. Today is an exciting day. Today, I get to move on to the next phase of food. So that means no more broth. I can actually have food. Thank you. So, like I said, 14 days out. This is generally when they move you on to the next phase. The bariatric clinic has called me already this morning to see how I'm doing, see if I had questions, and to give me the okay to move on to the next phase. Okay. Full disclosure, I did have some applesauce already a couple days ago, and I did also last night have a string cheese. Okay, I wanted to kind of test the waters. She had asked me when she called if I had tried any softer pureed food. I was honest. I said I did. She said that's fine. So the important thing with this whole thing is to listen to your body, okay? If you eat or drink something that your body's like, no, then, obviously back off, right? There is, in this little guide here, that they give you, it shows you what you can have. I've got notes and stuff all over this, okay? But this is kind of my first chart, if you will. So this is for the next week. They want me to stick to these foods. Number one, so my body gets used to having a little bit more of a solid food. They're still pureed and soft. And number two, to see if I can actually tolerate it, because there is sometimes when you have bariatric surgery, there are foods that you might not be able to tolerate, which means you might not actually ever be able to have them again. Some examples, a lot of people have effects to eggs, meats, are kind of the main ones that I hear, and sometimes even lettuce, which, oh, God help me if I can't have lettuce because I love salad. So let's hope when I get to that stage I can, but I'm not at that stage yet. Just to give you an idea, some of the foods that I can have for the next, 6 weeks is milk, yogurt, tofu, cottage cheese, ricotta, cheese strings, baby bell cheese, laughing cow cheese, mashed canned beans, pureed lentil soup, pureed soups, pureed meats, pureed lentils, chickpeas, cream of wheat, oatmeal, unflavored protein powder, skim milk powder, and then obviously I can, if I want to, still have broth and protein shakes and that kind of thing, okay? The main goal is I need to have about 80 grams of protein a day, as well as about 7 cups or 8 ounces of liquids throughout the day. That's kind of the overall goal. Number one, when you feel full, you stop. Doesn't matter if you're eating or drinking. If you feel full, you stop. So based on this, I went to the grocery store today, you guys, and I wanted to share with you some of the things I bought, okay? Some of these things are nutritious and good for me. Some of them not so much, but I also want to have a few things here and there. I'm not eating this stuff every day, all day, but occasionally there's a few little treats in here. So let's just talk about what I got, okay? First things first, oatmeal. Now, they recommended not to buy this pre-boxed oatmeal packets because they're obviously heavily processed, okay? They recommended rolled oats. Steel cut oats is a little too much at this point. Rolled oats, they said, was good. Now, here's the thing. I compared the rolled oats to this box. This actually came in pretty much the same, but the rolled oats had fiber. This really doesn't, okay? This is the high protein version, okay? They do have just regular. You want a high protein. Everything I should be eating should be high protein, okay? Keep in mind, I'm also vegetarian, so it's harder for me to get high protein when I'm not eating meats and that kind of thing. But I typically add black chia seeds and hemp hearts to almost, not everything, but a lot of what I eat, and that is high in fiber and protein. I clarified with the nurse today when they called that yes, I can incorporate that in now. So that's going to help me with my protein and fiber intake as well. Okay. Now this is a high protein maple brown sugar instant oatmeal. I'm only allowed to have about a cup of food at a time. And they kind of suggest doing 3 main meals, so breakfast, lunch, and supper, with 2 to 3 snacks throughout the day. So mid-morning snack, mid-afternoon snack, and possibly an evening snack if I'm, you know, not full and I want something else. So their guideline is every meal you want at least 20 grams of protein. Every snack you want at least 10 grams of protein. So that's kind of my goals to try to hit. So oatmeal, we also bought this for my daughter, so that's kind of why we got 2 boxes, and they were on sale because you know I don't like paying full price for anything. Other things I got. Okay, let's talk about this. Now, yes, mashed potatoes. Now, obviously, there's not a lot of nutritional value to mashed potatoes. Let's be honest. However, it's a soft food. I'm allowed to have soft foods. This is kind of something as a side, right? And like I said, small portions. I'm not eating this whole container. I physically can't. So this only has 3 grams of protein for half a cup. And because I can only have literally half a cup of food at a time, I literally am probably going to have like 2 tablespoons of mashed potatoes with my meals. So, you know, but that's okay because again, I can add in my hemp hearts, my chia seeds. I can also add in unflavored protein powder if I want, just to up that protein a little bit. So I did pick up the Steakhouse Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. These are already made. If I wanted to make my own, I could. It probably would be a little bit better nutritionally if I make my own. But you know what? I'm still not 100% healed and I still get tired really quick. So the less I have to actually cook is probably the best right now. So I picked up the mashed potatoes. I picked up some bananas. I can have these soft, you know, mash them up a little bit. These are great to add into, again, your oatmeal. You can add some to it just as a snack. Obviously not a ton of protein or fiber in these, but still a good treat to have. So I picked up just a few bananas. Cottage cheese. Now, I don't particularly eat cottage cheese, but the protein in cottage cheese is so high, it's something I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tolerate it because I don't typically eat it usually, so I'm not used to it, but a half a cup of cottage cheese has 16 grams of protein in it. So even if I use this for my snacks throughout the day, you know, is really good. Now, I also picked up some Mrs. Dash lemon pepper seasoning, which I'm planning on probably putting on the cottage cheese to give it some flavor. From what I remember, cottage cheese on its own doesn't really have much of a flavor, which, I mean, can be a good thing or a bad thing, you know, depending how you look at it. So I got some lemon pepper to put on my cottage cheese. We also have lots of other spices and things as well. So I'll probably, you know, try a few things. Shredded cheese, pick this up. Again, it's got 8 grams of protein for a 1/3 cup. I don't know if I'll be eating this so much this week, but next week I can start trying to have like scrambled eggs and things like that. And it's always good to add some cheese into your eggs, make a little omelet, you know, get some extra protein in that way. So I picked up shredded cheese. What else did I get? Oh, I got some sour cream to add to my mashed potatoes. Again, sour cream, I mean, you know, it doesn't really have a lot of nutritional value. It's basically got 1 gram of protein for a tablespoon. So, you know, again, using it sparingly, I just want some flavor. That's all. So, not going to have it all the time. That's why I got a little container, just to kind of have it a little bit here and there. I picked up yogurt. I love, love, love this yogurt. This is a well, it's a vegan actually, yogurt. It's the Silk brand. You've probably heard of it, especially if you're in the milk section. They have a lot of dairy-free alternatives. This is the berries and acai flavor, and it is so good. I love it. 3/4 cup has 5 grams of protein. So, I mean, it's not huge protein, but it's definitely not too bad. Sorry, my husband is bringing me things for some reason. So anyway, got the yogurt. Again, great for a snack. Even for a breakfast is also good. I picked up some soup. Now I do have, before I went for surgery, I made a huge pot of a lentil soup. Lentils have really high protein content. So I made a huge pot, I pureed it, I froze it into individual containers. So I'm going to be able to have my lentil soup, which I'm so looking forward to. But I also picked up broccoli and cheddar cheese soup. This has, for 1 cup, 7 grams of protein. Now you can tell I'm going to have to puree this a little bit more because these little chunks and stuff, I still can't, well, they don't recommend to have things like that right now because my body's getting used to, you know, the whole new system. So we want this pureed more, which is fine. I've got a Ninja blender, just throw it in there. It's going to be perfect. So really looking forward to broccoli and cheddar soup. I picked up black beans. I really wish that you could get smaller cans of black beans because my husband won't eat them. My daughter, she will eat them, but not in big quantities, and they just don't last as long, and I can't eat much of it myself. So I hate it because I can't usually get through a can before it goes bad. So I wish they made these in smaller cans. If they do, let me know because I have never seen smaller cans of beans. So let me know. But these, I can mash these up and I can also add these to anything. I could put these in my mashed potatoes. I can put these in my soup, whatever. Just, again, more protein. For 1/2 cup, there's 9 grams of protein. And there's also 6 grams of fiber, so that's really good. When you're looking for beans and things like that, double check all the brands because I almost bought the store brand, which is Compliments brands. It was cheaper. I almost bought that, but then I looked at this. Sorry guys, my phone, apparently I didn't turn on silent. Apparently this one has way more protein and fiber than the Compliments brands. I shouldn't say way more. It was like 2 more grams of protein, which in my case, that's a lot because protein is important right now. So double check your brands and, you know, compare everything because they're obviously not equal. And honestly, for the extra 2 grams of protein, it's worth it for me to pay a little more because protein's very important right now. So I picked up that. And then, oh, we also got, my husband bought the garlic and herb Mrs. Dash for his. I'll probably borrow that as well. So just to give different types of flavors. Tofu, extra firm tofu. This is also really good to have. Again, you can blend this up. You can add it to anything. Soups, you can add it into, you can even probably put it in mashed potatoes. Like, it just gives you more protein. 1/4 of this package, which you can tell, you know, isn't that much. 1/4 of this package has got 14 grams of protein in it. That's really important. So I did pick this up. So I'm not sure exactly if I'm just going to eat it like as is or if I'm going to add it to things. I haven't decided yet, but another good source of protein if you're a vegetarian or vegan. And then they had dessert tofu. This is very soft. I used to buy this when my daughter was a baby and she loved it. There was, I think, 4 different flavors they had. They had a coconut, they had an almond, they had a banana, and this one, which is peach mango, which I got. So again, really good for pretty much anything. Snack, breakfast. You know, I can add this in even to my oatmeal if I want to. So this one for the whole container has 5 grams of protein. So the protein isn't huge in it because, I mean, that's the whole container and obviously I can't eat that much, but it's just good again to get flavor in there and a little extra protein, right? So I picked up one of those. And then I picked up a couple treats. Okay, so let's be honest, there's really no nutritional value in these whatsoever. But every once in a while, you need to have a little treat or something, right? So I did pick up some Jell-O pudding cups, okay? These are, they're fairly low calorie. It's 50 calories for 1 cup, which is good. You don't want a ton of calories in there. There's 1 gram of protein and no fiber. So again, like I said, really no nutritional value to it, but every once in a while you got to have a treat, right? So this is the dulce de leche flavor, which is pretty much just, you know, caramel. So I picked those up. And then I had to pick these up because my husband loves Hershey chocolate, and you know, I've been watching him eat food while I haven't been able to, so I picked these up. So these are Hershey's chocolate puddings, and again, these ones are way more calories. These were 50 calories each. These are 130 calories, so these are definitely a treat once in a while, like once a month I can have one kind of thing. And honestly, I probably won't even have the full cup. It's probably one of those situations where my husband will have a couple tablespoons, I'll have a couple tablespoons, and then my daughter will eat the rest. We can literally share 1 cup. But this one does have 3 grams of protein in it, which is a little bit more, and no fiber again. So definitely a treat for occasionally, right? So that's pretty much all I got for this next phase of my diet. We did also go to M&M meat shops, and I did pick up some dipping sauces because, you know, dipping sauces. It's just, I'm a sauce girl. I love dressings and sauces and dips, and this isn't really for this phase. This is for later on when I can get back to kind of regular food. But I had a coupon for M&M meats, and I really like this buttermilk dill dip sauce, so pick that up. So that's pretty much it for this week. And then, like I said, after this week, I'll just kind of give you an idea. She said I can move on to the next phase, and the next phase includes things like your eggs or your egg substitute. You can also do your soy protein. So I can start with my like my veggie ground meat. I can start on like my veggie chicken, beans and lentils, smooth peanut butter, nut butters, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest with you. They do have other things on here, like basically you can start back on your meats, like shaved deli meats and things like that, which I don't typically eat. So we'll see. I'm going to do my best. It's hard as a vegetarian to get the protein in. So I'm going to try this week and see how I do. They really want me to hit that 80 grams of protein. So we're going to try it. We're going to see what we can do. It also depends on how full I get and how fast, right? Because you're not supposed to eat once you feel full. You're supposed to stop. So we'll see. If I have a hard time getting in the protein with all of these things, the dietitian did talk about maybe having something like fish or something like that. I'm not sure if I really want to do that, but we will see. We're going to take it kind of one day at a time and see what happens. And yeah, either way, I'll keep you guys posted with my progress and how things are going. I did weigh myself today, and as of today, I'm almost down 25 pounds from my pre-op liquid diet. So from when I started my liquid diet to now, which has been about a month, I'm down almost 25 pounds. So that's good. Still feeling okay, feeling all right. Yeah, things are going well. So I'm excited to eat some of these foods. I'm going to go and cook something right now because I haven't actually eaten anything yet today, and I'm getting hungry, and I'm so glad I don't have to have broth anymore. Yay! So thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We will be doing bariatric videos as well as our regular content for you guys too. So, you know, if you're not interested in bariatric, we're still going to have that regular content. And if you're only interested in bariatric, great. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!